The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Attack here, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Touchdown, Cowboys! In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, They're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Handoff to Barkley. Well, he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. To throw now on second and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him up.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side caught by Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Lucky 56. Gone.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. They had control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 is a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. It's Barkley on the counter. "31 yards there, and a first down."
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Returnable here for Davis. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perkins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a... This is caught inside the 15. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. but it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And spins away. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone!
Back to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. Going up top. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
He's got Sanu. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go on the ground. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to let it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because